Now remember, you can catch our show in podcast form every single day. On yesterday's show, Mark Ogden spoke about Liverpool's transfer window.
The vibe over here from Liverpool fans at the moment is, where are the players, where are the new signings? Because they haven't made a new signing. Now, they've lost Jurgen Klopp and they replaced him with Arne Slot. You know, so obviously there's a proving point for Slot to show that he's the guy that can replace him. But there is a desire now to see players coming in because everyone else has signed players. So Anthony Gordon is a player that Liverpool like, and I think that deal might happen before the window closes at the end of August. But
do you
it's still
really,
July.
Mark?
Well, it's August today, I suppose. Yeah,
do you
I think
really?
so.
Why? Why would Newcastle?
Definitely...
Why would they let him go?
Well, Newcastle would get the money to come in and add to the squad in terms of signing players. Newcastle, like a lot of clubs, are not struggling with PSR, but they need to move people around. Liverpool are keen on Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, I've been told, is keen on going to Liverpool. So I think that is a deal that we've got a month to go before the window closes. Liverpool need to get some players in. You can't change the manager, a big manager like Klopp, and not bring players in. David Moyes and Man United made that mistake when Sir Alex Ferguson left in 2013. They brought in Marouane Fellaini last minute. You just need to kind of give the fans something to cling to at times to say, look, it's a new regime, it's a new era, this is the manager, here are the players. So I think that is an issue they have to address.
Yenaga Fjortov still with us, but I'm drawn to ask you here, Don, because you must be feeling a little bit of mixed feelings about this one. What do you think of Anthony Gordon to Liverpool?
I wouldn't want to see him leave Newcastle. I don't think he will. I think Eddie Howe has stated that. He said it won't be Gordon, won't be Isak, won't be Bruno Guimaraes. He said none of the big three are going to go. It'd have to take some money. I think Oggie's right there in terms of Newcastle with PSR. It's always I hate PSR, I can't stand it. I've never liked it from the start. I've never liked this window. Even before the window was actually open, there was players transferring from sort of the same clubs back and forth to try and cheat the system. Chelsea putting players on 8-year contracts. It doesn't sit well with me. Some young players have got to leave their sort of parent clubs to try and move on because it makes money to try and finance the books. But in terms of the player, I can see why Liverpool would want him, 100%. I mean, he's going to play in Diaz's position, so does that mean Diaz is then on the move? Or does that mean Diaz is going to play on the right-hand side and Mo Salah might play as a false nine if Darwin Núñez is not in form? So I get why Liverpool are looking at him because I think he's a brilliant player and I was stunned this guy didn't play for England in the Euros. But as a Newcastle fan, I hope he doesn't go because I think he's sensational. His attitude's brilliant.
What's your face like that for, Stevie?
It doesn't make any sense. Unless Mo Salah's going. Because I hope he's not playing Mo Salah through the middle. Mo Salah is not at his best through the middle. And so to sign Anthony Gordon, to me, would mean that Mo Salah is gone. Otherwise, why you sign him? You've already got cover for Diaz with Gakpo. You know, you got Jota and Núñez trying to get that centre forward spot, and you got Mo on the right hand side. I mean, you got healthy competition. You got 5 really strong, good, sometimes brilliant players for 3 positions. I mean, where's Anthony Gordon going to play? And I'm with Don. I think he's a great player. I like him. But you're not why are you spending 50 million on somebody unless you need them? And right now, if nobody goes, they don't need them.
You'd be better off putting 100 million towards Victor Osimhen. You know, 50 million for Gordon doesn't really, because of the players that Liverpool have got.
Yeah,
they've got enough cover.
Game, isn't it?
Yeah, because they've got a lot of players in wide areas, but what they're lacking, as we saw towards the end of the season, with Darwin Núñez was inconsistent. If you're going to spend that little bit more and try and get the number 1 spot, push the boat out a little bit. If you sell Gomez for 30, 40 million, you can make the difference up if you got Osimhen.
And honestly, I don't know where you agreed on, but I don't think up front is where Liverpool's problems are. I think they need somebody else in the middle of the park, a proper signing, and maybe something at the back, not up front.
If you are playing Don Hutchison bingo on ESPN FC, that was the first mention of Victor Osimhen. There'll probably be a few more as well. Have you got any thoughts on this, Jan?
No, I'm with what it's saying. It's actually what we talked about before, because if you get Anthony Gordon in and you see that list you had of players, how much better will Liverpool be? I mean, because give Jota a season without injuries. He's a second best finisher in the Premier League, and I won't say Erling Haaland because that is a Jan Fjortov bingo, so I won't do that. but he's the second best finisher in the whole league. He's a brilliant player. So I love Anthony Gordon. Brilliant player to watch. He seems like a brilliant, sensible boy and all that kind of thing. But I'm not sure Liverpool gets so much better. I wouldn't put it there. But I would be optimistic for Liverpool this season. I think Arne Slot is a great replacement for them. But yes, I'm with Mark. They need to sign some players because you just need some faces to fresh things up. You need someone to come in to challenge them in the middle of the park. Maybe a typical old-fashioned number 9. I won't go Osimhen. I will be a more realistic Don Hutchison. I will say Füllkrug. Get Füllkrug from Dortmund. Put him at Liverpool.
Jan's gone.
Yeah.
I tell you who I would sign for Liverpool. I've been championing this for the last 2 years. Is Ryan Aït-Nouri, the left back at Wolves. He could. If Andy Robertson's struggling for injuries, he could compete for that left-back berth. I think he's a brilliant young player, and I think that's what they need. They've got good players across the back, but they need a little bit of cover. Midfield's absolutely fine. In an ideal world, you'd decide Paulinho before he went to Bayern, that sort of, Caicedo-type muscle player who's 6 foot and got loads of energy, can break the play up. That's what Liverpool have been great at over the years. But apart from that, through the middle and wide areas, they're pretty much set.